Doctor Who magazine has recently just reached 500 issues, so to mark the occasion I thought that I would do a top 10 list of my favourite Doctor Who magazine covers. Number 10. We have issue 400. Now I was debating whether to put this here because it is an issue which is celebrating a milestone of Doctor Who magazine, and we've had quite a few of those through the years. But it's just so good. Here we have 10th Doctor / Doctor Who superfan David Tennant posing with the magazine, and it just looks really cool. Because David Tennant is cool. I dare you to say that he's not. One of the best things about this cover is the optical illusion of him reading a magazine, Okay, you get where I'm going with this. Number 9. Issue 426. Now this came out during the Matt Smith era of the show, so it was a real rarity to get a cover which was dedicated to the classic era, but yowza, look at this cover! It has a Cyberman, specifically from the moon base, or the tomb of the Cybermen, depending on which way you look at it. These are one of my favourite types of Cybermen in terms of design and creepiness. They also come from two of my favourite stories from the Patrick Troughton era, so to get them in a cover for the magazine during a time when the Cybermen looked more like robots, it was nice that we got a nod to the past, with this being on the cover for issue 426. Number 8. Issue 440. This issue was dedicated to the late great Elizabeth Sladen. In the same fashion, issue 436 was dedicated to Nicholas Courtney. 2011 was a bad year for Doctor Who. It was lost two of the show's most iconic characters in the form of Sarah Jane Smith and the Brigadier. Now, you can't get characters as iconic as those, except for the Doctors themselves. The gold colour of the logo was a really nice touch, along with the screen grabs from episodes which featured Sarah Jane Smith, which are displayed behind one of the last photos ever taken of Elizabeth Sladen. She was, and still is, the most iconic companion who has ever been on Doctor Who, and the front cover of this issue pays such a great tribute just by its sheer brilliant presentation. Number 7. Issue 460. This issue was made in a run-up to the climax of Series 7, The Name of the Doctor. Who is the Doctor? His greatest secret revealed. Of course, we all now know that his greatest secret was, of course, the War Doctor. But still, to have what was all the Doctors together on one cover was amazing, and I'm pretty sure this would have got fans stoked up for the 50th anniversary special, which came out just a few months later. I think the presentation of all the Doctors on the cover, you have Matt Smith right in the centre, with an echo of all the other Doctors in the background, all faded away, ghost light. I think it's a really nice touch, and that's why I really like this cover so much. Number 6. Issue 252. I don't know what it is about this issue, but its simplicity is one of the reasons why I really like it. A white background with a Dalek from the 1970s, which pays tribute to the passing of Terry Nation. Not much to talk about, but that is purely what this cover was aimed to do, and I think it did a great job. Number 5. Issue 87. Again, this cover is very simple, and I can't explain why I like this cover so much. This gave a sneak preview to The Caves of Androzani, one of the most beloved stories ever, and The Twin Dilemma, one of the most despised stories ever. Taking centre stage here, however, is the Master, and I suppose that's in relation to his appearance in Planet of Fire. The illustration and presentation as a whole is what makes this cover so captivating, especially with the neon logo now being at the top centre since issue 81. I think it really suits being at the centre of the magazine. Number 4. Issue 140. Another cover which is completely illustrated. We have, in a nutshell, Sylvester McCoy's Doctor falling into an abyss of lava. How awesome is that? If only this happened in the TV show. We can only dream. It just looks so cool. The 7th Doctor looks like a total badass, and you have the TARDIS in there sinking into the lava. I'd have this as a poster in my room. Number 3. Issue 200. Another celebratory issue, but come on, this was amazing. The gatefold cover for this featured all 7 Doctors at the time, with the 4th Doctor being at the centre of attention because he was the most recognised Doctor of them all, and he still is. In addition, this was released in 1993, the 30th anniversary year of Doctor Who, which meant that the Doctor Who magazine had a hell of a lot to celebrate. 30 years of the show and 200 issues. It's just a shame that we got that piece of shit Dimensions in Time for the 30th anniversary. Number 2. Issue 1. How could I not make this list without mentioning Issue 1, the issue that started it all? I'd be crazy not to, right? Issue 1 was on sale for 12p back in 1979. How crazy is that? How times change. The picture of Tom Baker and the Dalek on the cover was actually taken in 1974. Nevertheless, this would have got Doctor Who fans really excited because it was the first proper magazine which was dedicated to their favourite TV show. This is where it all started, and now we've made it all the way to issue 500, which has even paid tribute to the first issue with Peter Capaldi and a Dalek. Before we make it to number 1, here are a few honourable mentions. And number 1 is issue 474. This issue included results of our favourite Doctor Who stories from the first 50 years, with the Day of the Doctor coming first, although that is debatable. The wrap around gatefold cover features a plethora of aliens and enemies which have featured in Doctor Who through the years. This issue is a true love letter to the fans. Did your favourite cover not feature in this video? Comment below and tell us what your favourites are. Thank you very much for watching and stay tuned.